Hello and welcome to Watercooler, the show where I, Chris Loxamon, hang out quarantine style with my Corolla digital buds, drink some suds, not eat some crud. Gary got a nice charcuterie plate. I saw Joya run into him. So, hello, Gary.
Sup, sup.
What's up with you? Matt Fondiler's here.
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother. Gamer Caelan's in the house.
What's going on?
Look at him. He's sitting back now. He doesn't even need to be near a microphone. It just goes wherever he goes.
Yep.
The beard's getting real thick, too.
I have not cut it at all.
I can tell.
Yeah.
You don't need to say.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to cut it either. I'm just going to let it go, see what happens.
I'm curious. And Mike Dawson's here.
Howdy.
Howdy. Caelan Biehn, you were quite the star of show and tell last week. Everybody
Yeah.
talked about it. What else can you give us, man? What's going on?
I
What's
think
it
I gave you. I think I gave you just about everything. I don't know. Actually, I think I might have said it on a different show, but it's been a little tough with the quarantine going on. You know, she's been having to like go into the hospital and get ultrasounds and stuff, and yeah, it's been really tough with scheduling and getting hold of you know, the hospital and everything like that. But it's going fine. But that part has been tough.
I can imagine.
That was great timing on your part, Caelan.
Yeah.
I mean, what were you thinking?
Idiot. I'm more offended at what other show are you talking about this?
For crying out loud.
Why are they getting more info than us?
Because they were asking me more about it.
Yeah, they probably care
Well,
way
they
more
know.
than we do.
I don't know how they knew, honestly, but somehow Stephanie knew.
I don't like that
Voodoo.
one bit.
She knew because she's in voodoo shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's always good to see you guys. I know we can't see each other in person, but this is soothing. It is synthesizing the effect I have when I do see you all in person. So that's nice. Gary's camera, one, well lit. I like that. He has his Lume Cube. Also, it slowly veers away from that sign behind him, so I can't see all the thickness. Every time we sign on, it just slowly.
Yeah, that's not a mistake. I don't like being like your bits.
Big G.
What's up, Uncle Patch?
This is big, actually, Caelan.
Big G. They're all in white letters.
Yeah, everything.
Right?
The G is for Gary at the top.
Hey, you can see it all.
there we
Take a
go.
screenshot.
Okay,
Take a
yeah, no,
screenshot.
just leave it there.
Oh, no, Big G.
Big G.
G's my dad.
Big G. Well, all I'm seeing is Big G in big white letters. So Big G is you today, but really the most shocking of all the new angles or the new looks, we have indoor Matt right now, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Matt's not happy about it.
What's going on? Is it because it's wet?
Yeah, it's like, it's wet, man. It's cold and wet.
It's wet out there.
It's like raining on and off, that's why. But
you don't
yeah,
have-
this
you don't have
is...
your laptop out there.
Yeah, and this is also now, as it is with everybody, partially a home office. So my wife is working in the other part of the house. So I'm back here on the couch that is almost never sat on. So it's getting some use now.
You have a couch that doesn't get sat on?
Well, it kind of does. It's we have like a room. Well, I guess I could show you guys.
Yeah, sure.
Our
See this couch. You can watch
sure.
this all on
So
YouTube.
this is the yard that I've been sitting in.
Looks pretty dry. That's fine.
Yeah, and so like that right there, that's like a kitchen counter on the other side of that.
So if
Anyway,
you want to watch your wife cook, or if she watches you cook, you can hang out on the couch and just be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
yeah, exactly. It's a chair that's not sat in very often. Anyway, that's why I'm inside. It's raining.
Well,
It's a hot take.
that you being outside was like me being outside, so it's weird to talk to you inside. Now it just feels like there's nothing to live for anymore. It'll be okay, Gary. I call him Gary the second he put food in his mouth.
Okay.
There's no
If
shade.
only you could see me.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, just so I hear you're eating some McClure's pickles.
That's right.
I want to give a shout out to McClure. Best way to spend your quarantine is eating McClure's pickles. There, I said it.
I've been eating a lot of McClure's pickles during the quarantine.
Yeah, that's a good quarantine food. It's a good just survival food because they don't need refrigeration. They're their own preservatives. So I always
But everyone refrigerates their pickles too, right?
I recommend refrigerating them. Yes, absolutely. But they don't need to be refrigerated because they're in vinegar.
You know, it's a good quarantine food that I've also been eating way more of than is advisable is chunk nibbles.
And you should be getting commission because I'm seeing a lot of tweets.
Well,
Bobo boys
listen, I was at least getting the love from my family, from my my cousin who runs that particular company for quite a while. But then El Presidente opened them on a live stream, so I feel like I'm probably second fiddle now.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think he gave him.
You're the pioneer, though.
I don't think he necessarily understood what he was doing. I don't think his review was appropriate. But you know, anything that helps their business. No, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good as I think it deserved.
Right.
But yeah, anything that helps their business. And a big shout out. I'm listen. If it's not apparent to you already, you want to retweet out of me. Buy some chunk nibbles. I'll pretty much retweet anyone who does that. So thank you to all the guys who have been supporting them and ordering chunk nibbles for the quarantine.
Yeah, and yeah, get a good retweet from Gary. But all you have to do is just get some chunk nibbles and let Gary know that you got them. Dawson, how's quarantine life treating you?
Not bad. Not bad. Still just chilling with the dogs. I hope you can't hear Champ bouncing around a tennis ball in the studio.
You cannot.
We're getting close to dinner time here, so everybody's kind of yelling at me.
What's been your diddle, your day in the life?
Wow.
A diddle. Interesting.
Waiting to drop that.
What's been your
wake up, get a cup of coffee, do some DDP.
Red hot core.
Then either start working on an audiobook or Corolla book, bumpers, eat something around 11 or so, do the show, then do more work.
What about day off?
All I'm doing then, if it's nice, I'll go work in the yard for a couple hours.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing I do when we're not in quarantine.
Yeah, that's what I've realized. Yeah, because you've been working.
Very little has changed.
Yeah. Well,
still taking showers, you know.
I got a mask. I've been wearing my mask around.
My buddy.
And I drove by a Rite Aid today, and I would say 100% of the pedestrians, the cyclists, the other drivers all had masks on today. So it was kind of cool to see everybody wearing a mask.
Isn't it a law now that you have to wear a mask or you're going to get fined?
It became a law this morning, but I didn't think it would just be 100% of the today. And is it a law or is it just like a?
Well, whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I think you get fined if you don't wear one.
Yeah, I did get gas yesterday though. I didn't have gloves, and that felt weird.
Oh yeah, that's
getting gas in general, or
what?
Eating poorly.
Getting gas in general.
Oh, I purchased gasoline for my vehicle.
Yeah.
There you go.
That sucked.
Yeah. No, I get it. If I say I'm getting gas, it could easily mean flatulence of some sort. So, especially with you guys. So that makes total sense.
Well, Dawson, now we can definitely hear all of the action happening. I feel like, it was totally fine for the first couple minutes, but now I can't not hear it.
Boo says respect all women.
Yeah, he's right.
That reminds me, can I introduce you guys to the Bobo boy that's been living in my house lately?
Okay.
Because
we didn't show and tell right now?
Yeah, well, he's only here for like another day. My wife works at the shelter, and my wife, and because it's quarantine time, nobody's allowed to go visit the animals, and she felt bad, and so we've been fostering this really cute dog named Balboa.
Oh,
who's this guy right here, right?
That's a cute looking dog.
Yeah, so he's like he's super sweet, but he is fixated on our cats and is not able to really sleep in a room by himself. He's got some separation anxiety. So we haven't really been sleeping very well the last couple of nights. It's been pretty exhausting. And mostly because of the cats, we've our house has been sectioned off. It's very strange. We have to have the cats in one part of the house and the dogs in the other part of the house. So we, one of Julie's work partners, who is a huge dog lover, is by herself right now and has been really wanting to foster a dog. So we're very likely going to be taking Balboa over there maybe tomorrow or even later today. But it's been quite an interesting last few days having the huge dog running around our house. It's been really cute, but it's exhausting, man. It is just, I know, Dawson, when you had the puppy, you were just saying how freaking exhausting it was.
I was not ready for a puppy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So it's been a lot of fun, and I'm going to miss him, but he's been a good boy. I've never had like a big dog before. Taco, who was in some of those pictures, was the first dog that I ever had. So
Such a size difference too.
yeah, it's
Oh,
it's
much
hilarious.
bigger. Yeah. Balboa.
Yep, Balboa.
After Rocky or the Island?
I have no idea. I'm assuming after Rocky, but who knows?
Hmm.
It could be a huge Fashion District fan.
Balboa Island. That's where they film Arrested Development, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Around
yeah.
there.
That's where the banana stand is.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of TV, I know Caelan's behind, but man, Better Call Saul is so freaking good. Gary didn't care about that episode last night, or on
It was
Monday.
fine.
It was fine, he says, but I am digging it. Is it surpassing Breaking Bad? It's getting real close, if it hasn't already. At least for me. No, Matt's not happy about that take. All
Yeah,
right.
that's a
Yeah,
horrible take.
that's pretty rough take, man.
I'm 2 episodes behind. I already know. I still know that's a rough take.
It's all right, man.
Fine.
It's all right.
Fine. And then Big G, what's your diddle right now?
What up?
What's your diddle right now?
Dude, I don't know. It's yeah, it depends on the weather, frankly. When the weather's nice, it's get up, I walk about 5 miles with the kid, try to give my wife a little bit of time to herself to be able to work or shower or do whatever she needs to do. And then it just sort of depends on the schedule. Most days the show's a version of the show starts around 11 and then doesn't end until 5:30 or 6 or later. Today it'll probably be more like 7. And then bath time for the kiddos at 7, bedtime's at 7:30, and then just sort of depends, whether or not my wife has to work. On a great night, she'll sort of be done with work for the day, and we'll try to watch a show or two before one of us passes out on the couch. But more often than not, she has work she has to do, and I just kind of go in my office and try to find something to watch, talk about my time. Last night, Angel Has Fallen.
Oh.
Not a good movie.
Yeah. Is Joya legitimately upset with me? Because this has been bothering me. I've been wrestling with this since her appearance on the last show.
She's not upset.
That's not the right answer that you want to hear, man. You might be in some hot water, dude.
That one hurt. Yeah. Okay, just make
What
it
to tell you, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see it in Gary's eyes too that it's sincere.
Yeah, look, dude, just be stoked that you're not quarantined with her is what I
No, I'm
So-
quarantined with my corn queen, Jennifer.
Yeah. How's your life? What are you up to, Guitar Man?
Exactly.
Yeah, where do you fit in a diddle into your diddle?
Exactly. I mean, God, my diddle. So it's.
Have
still,
you played a fiddle during your diddle?
I've never played a fiddle.
Just a
during my
little?
diddle. No, not even a little fiddle during the diddle. No, I just wake up. I send the rundown for the show.
I-10.
At 10. Well, I send it at 10, yeah, but I designed the show before the Corolla show.
Came in a little
And-
late today, I noticed.
Well, we had CarCast.
Uh-huh.
I figured I had a little extra room because I had to design CarCast, 2 episodes of CarCast before the Corolla show, and we had some last minute guests. Anyway, so yeah, it's been just doing the show. It's fine. We finally hit a nice groove with the Zoom podcast, which is nice. Although now I'm worried that Zoom has all these security issues, but actually I'm not really worried. We have nothing to hide. We'll still use it, right? Unless there's something morally
The
upsetting.
security issues that Zoom is having are they're there for sure, but they're largely people not being tech savvy enough to use Zoom's features correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, because we have a waiting room. We have a password. We have all that stuff. So try to
We
find
had all that.
challenge you hackers. Try to hack me right now.
No.
Do it, I dare you.
Yeah, come at me.
Okay, well, stick to the main Corolla show. Leave reasonable doubt alone.
Yeah, they saw my house out of it too, man.
Yeah. In fact, just hack my Twitter. I want somebody to hack my Twitter and just tweet something like "gotcha," and then that's it. Just
Oh yeah.
that's a challenge I put out to the world. Somebody get on my Twitter account and type the word "gotcha." Wait, Gary, are you in my Twitter account? Gary? Not you. You probably have my password.
Chris, I don't know if you remember this, but not too long ago, somebody
Don't do it,
created like Chris capital I Amana, so it looked like Chris Locks Amana, and then used your exact user picture, and then started tweeting us confusing messages.
Yeah.
That was almost like getting hacked. That kind of worked for a little bit.
I actually had to report that account because people legitimately thought that was me. Gary has a weird look on his face. Did you?
Yeah, he really does.
He left and he went away and he came back and now I'm worried. Did Gary? I'm like refresh. I don't know. I can't tell. But he has a very satisfied look. So I'm just gonna imagine that he did it. So, all right, Gary, that challenge wasn't for you. Because
You put it out there. What do you want from me? Like the other. No, whatever.
Wait, how did you do it though?
This was like, who was it a couple of months ago where we were trying to figure out who somebody was.
That was Chris saying you couldn't find out who the new social
You'll
media
never
person was.
figure this out. Exactly. And 45 seconds later, I had basically everything but the person's social security number.
Yeah.
And then Chris just goes, someone hacked my Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, who do you think you're dealing with? Like, what?
Did you do it? I'm not seeing it.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Or did I?
Oh, I had a tweet. I'm going to tweet this. All right.
Turtle fart.
All right. Anyway, so that's my diddle. Just the podcast has been my diddle. And then every once in a while,
Where do you diddle yourself in your diddle?
I'll diddle at home. I'll diddle at my office.
At the Laxy Pad?
The studio.
Gotta get it in there.
No, you didn't. And yeah, so the quarantine life has still been pretty good though. It's I don't know. Do you guys?
Are any of your neighboring businesses going to work?
What do you mean?
Chris, over there at the Laxy Pad.
Are any of what?
Are any of the neighboring? Or
Yeah.
do you see any of the neighboring people working?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, these are 1 to 2 person businesses
Okay.
in the area. So yeah, I'm seeing cars in there, and they're just kind of by themselves. But yeah, it's still just very, very slow. I mean, yeah, I think 3 or more people, it gets kind of sketchy. So we'll just keep it down to 2 or less.
Are you guys hitting the supermarket?
Yeah, masks. Trader Joe's has like the line that comes out around the corner with a 6-foot social distance in between each person.
We're not getting the lines down here.
Oh, we definitely are in Pasadena. I told you guys on this very show about the old guy that I saw fake his way into the Trader Joe's and skip the line. Sneaky old man. But yeah, it's like a solid half-hour guarantee pretty much. But once you're inside the store, it's actually quite a pleasant shopping experience.
Because it's not crowded. You just get what you want. Are you on a timer? Do you have a timer? Yeah.
And so what's the angle? Like, what's the move? Do you try to go late at night, or is the fear that everything will be wiped out? Like, I got to do a run here soon.
I would go morning. I would go
earlier is better. Yeah, definitely.
Deliveries usually come Wednesday mornings.
Oh, Dawson's got to figure it out.
But I think that might have changed now. Maybe they're getting
to the store.
constant deliveries. Yeah. I went on Saturday night after Adam and I worked on his audiobook, and Pavilions by our place over there in Burbank. 0 line, full shelves.
Yeah, see that's
And then you go to the Ralph's, a stone's throw from my house, fucking 30 minutes to get in. They ain't got shit.
That's so crazy.
It's certainly the poor neighborhood grocery store. whereas Burbank has their shit together over there.
Well, and that's the pavilions you're talking about is an enormous grocery store, which is what I've been aiming for. Like the bigger stores, I feel like are better. There's just
You can't go wrong if you got like a Gelson's or whatever your high end grocery store is. Go to that one.
Yeah, Bristol Farms is something that we've been having good experience with down here too.
What's the last thing you guys have cooked for yourselves?
I made soup yesterday. I made a good sauce for calzones. I'm gonna make puff pastry calzones.
Yum.
What kind of cheese you put in?
Mozzarella Jack.
All right.
Excellent.
Heavy mozzarella.
Charger game on in the background?
Yeah, always.
Is there an echo? You guys hearing an echo with Dawson?
It's probably because I'm coming out of speakers and
You okay, man?
I'm not in headphones.
All right. No, I think you're all right now.
No, I'm totally okay. A little bit hungover today, to be honest.
Yeah, I saw you tweet a picture of you watching Judge Judy.
Fuck yeah,
Nice.
dude. Fucking love Judge Judy.
Love Judge Judy.
Oh, Caelan woke up.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch, I think it was on Comedy Central briefly, hosted by Doug Benson. It was a Judge Judy style show called The High Court.
I heard of it, never watched it.
I think it's online somewhere. And basically Doug is Judge Judy, but he just rips a huge bull backstage with the bailiff. And then he settles like real people, real cases.
Right.
And it's pretty funny.
Really funny.
Yeah, I've never gone into Judge Judy stuff.
I enjoy me some
get down
Judge
the time.
Judy. She's the best. As far as the judges go, the court shows go, that's the only one.
Yeah.
It's Judge
Dylan
Judy.
agrees?
Yeah. You can't go with anybody else.
Who's
No.
that other guy that's kind of like making the rounds and he has glasses?
That's the dude out of Massachusetts. He's
That
big.
guy's cool.
His social game is fucking on point.
Yeah, I see that guy around a lot, and he always takes the high road and beloved. I don't know who he is.
My personal favorite is Mock Trial with Jay Reinhold, but I could be alone in that.
With Judge Reinhold.
It's a Arrested Development reference.
Oh, okay. Well, that was Damashek's joke for the longest time.
Yeah. They did that on Arrested Development.
Court show.
Yeah.
A lot
And
of
he
the
wants
third
Judge
season.
Reinhold to be the judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of season 3 Arrested Development is about that, and Judge Reinhold is on the show, and he's demanding that they change the name of the show to Mock Trial with Jay Reinhold so that people don't get confused. Oh god, so stupid.
I love that show. I mean,
I do too.
the Fox seasons.
Are you guys watching
Agreed.
anything, like rewatching anything now that we have all this time? Are you binging anything? I mean, I'm watching Dexter again.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that. How is it going?
Yeah, oh man, okay.
It's peaked at this point. All
I have-
downhill from here.
I took video of Jenny watching the. Have you all seen it?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. Well, there's a big twist, and I took video of Jen watching. I've been waiting. Kayla knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I already promised I would never show you guys, but I think we could listen to it. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. You have to now.
All right. Let me see if I can find it here, because it was pretty wild. Where did she delete it? Oh no, it's here. Okay, I'm just gonna play the audio for you guys. She won't get mad.
What the fuck?
That's Jenny. That's the show.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Gonna fast forward it because
No fucking way. She's dead in the bathtub.
So is it worth?
Well, if you're gonna watch it, Dawson, I would start plugging your ears. He's apparently revealing a major spoiler right now.
Right.
It's
Yeah, she
Most
got-
people say that it's like really great until the end, and then it blows.
the
to point
moment
where people
the
are
moment
upset
Chris
that
is
they watched
talking
it.
about. The moment Chris is talking about is when it goes off a cliff.
that is the shark. Well, you just listen
Right.
to the shark.
Well, no, because that
Okay,
part's
so
really
I can watch
good.
it up to that.
Yeah,
and it's
the
good and
first
stop.
4 to 5 seasons, especially the first one, is amazing.
That,
All right.
Definitely.
That's
Watch the first
fox
season, you'll be hooked.
at his peak height above the shark.
Yeah.
You
Right.
just heard it. That's him. His peak height. He's looking down. He could not be farther in the air from the shark. And then after that,
Now, I got to ask the guys here: how do we feel about Chris? I don't know if it was secretly or not, recording the reactions of somebody when you're watching something.
Do it all the time.
You do it all the time. All right.
I like it.
yeah,
Why-
why? You're not into
Well,
that?
fuck me then. Jesus
Why
Christ.
be
Sorry
married
for
if
bringing
you're
it
not-
You're
up.
saying that I should just delete every video I have of you?
Matt, why be married if you're not going to surreptitiously record your partner?
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess
See,
that's why you
I
get
try-
married, isn't it?
I tried to do that with Amy during Westworld, and when one of the biggest twists happened, she woke up and said, "Oh wait, what happened?" So.
Now that's a great video to have.
Oh man, that's what I've been doing, Caelan. We watched Better Call Saul on Monday, and I pressed
Yeah, apparently
play.
it's better than Breaking Bad.
So freaking good. It's getting there. And I pressed play, and we're watching the first 10 seconds, and then she's like, where are we going? And I'm like, oh God, she fell asleep last episode. So now I have to stop it, go back to the last episode, and now I'm just kind of fast forwarding through it. Like, did you see this? Yeah. Did you see this? Yeah. Did you see this?
That's me every night with Amy on the show that we're
I
watching.
haven't seen this
Every
part.
single night.
And I'm just seeing just so much time after the part where she said, no, I haven't seen this yet. Like another 35 minutes where she fell asleep. So then I have to watch that. But I don't mind. It's a good show.
Chris, are you watching Westworld? Are you all caught up on that?
I've only seen the first one.
Then
I liked a lot.
Okay, stop talking about Better Call Saul. Watch Westworld. And we'll talk about TV again.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Westworld
love-
over BCS?
He's correct on this.
This is accurate.
I'm
I'm
siding
sorry,
with
it's not
Gary
even,
on this
it's,
one,
it's
yeah.
not even debatable. Matt,
Really?
yes. Better Call Saul is very
1000%.
good this season. Last night's episode I thought was not the best, but fine. Or 2 nights ago, whatever. It was fine. It was good. This season has been one of the best seasons so far. I love Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul and Westworld are my two things on every week where Joya knows that on that night, at some point, I am going to go into my office, shut the door, and she's not allowed to fuck with me.
This is Big G's night.
And I, whatever.
Now, does she know when the seasons end?
Now what? Now, thanks.
Don't go bother Uncle Patch.
But Westworld is indisputably the better show right now.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I can't argue that because I haven't seen both. But it's just season 2 is so confusing. It's
worry.
unattractive.
Season three is not like
Yeah,
that. Season 3
It's been
is
very straightforward.
But season 2 gave me a
Very-
bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah. It's okay, buddy. It'll be okay.
well,
Season 2 of Westworld was pretty lame.
No.
Give season 3 a chance.
Season
I'll
2
wait
of
till it's done.
Westworld was hard to watch, not knowing what was coming. It's
Look, I know how you feel, Gary, because I've been trying to
better
get people to
better
watch.
when you rewatch it if you know how it ends.
I know how you feel because I've been trying to get people to watch The Leftovers, and after season 1, everyone's like, "I'm out." But
I was in that boat.
yeah. Oh well. So now I want.
Yeah,
people
I stopped looking at my food after I'm done eating it.
You got to check it out, man. It's good. It's good. Gary did an air drum for all the listeners. We still have listeners. It's not everybody watching on YouTube, but we have listeners.
Well, do yourself a flavor. Go watch on YouTube.
Yeah, go watch it on the YT. I just abbreviate everything now. That's how I do everything in Q. So
Yeah.
Pretty good.
yeah, it's just
Solid, Chris.
easier. I know there's that meme like I'm just typing the words out, laugh out loud because I have the time. But I'll
Wow.
abbreviate everything. At
I'm
least-
just laughing.
yeah, just soak it
At
in.
nothing. Just sitting in a house by yourself laughing.
Right. It gets easier.
I like that meme that says, I'm going to start using salts in place of LOL, smiled a little, then stopped. I like that to be a
Ew.
real thing.
I like
No,
that.
because in reality, when you type LOL, that's what really happened. You look,
Wait, what?
yeah,
You haven't actually been laughing out loud when you say that?
well, except for that leftovers joke. I mean, really.
No, I count as a lol, like a
Lol.
like
A lol? Isn't it a lol?
lol, lol,
Oh, here we
Like
go.
where Mike Lynch lives?
lol, lol,
Well, it's
lol.
not
I don't know.
LAL.
Anyway, I count that as a laugh out loud. I used to be a ha ha guy for the longest time. I still am.
I'm a ha-ha. Yeah, I'm a ha-ha guy.
A ha ha guy, and then to the extremity of how funny it is and how hard I laughed, I add more ha's. So the longer the ha ha ha, the harder I laugh. So it shows you there's a way to measure it.
And
How's
then you put in
this?
some capital Ha's as well.
Just on.
Like you could really do an opera with it if you wanted.
That's for insane people. How's this for your all-time worst autocorrects? I was texting with a friend last night, and I was trying to tell him that he was a dear friend. This gentleman has
I know
cancer,
where
by
this
the
is
way,
going.
and it autocorrected to for a dead friend.
No.
Did you
It
send?
was- Yeah. Oh yeah, I sent it, and he was like, "Wow, man, that's pretty tough for a buddy with cancer." And I was like, "Jesus."
Oh, well, at least you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a very funny guy, and he played along. It was all good. But I was mortified.
Okay.
Typo Hall of Fame.
I turned off my autocorrect. That's why all my texts to you guys have typos. I'd
Why
rather
do
have
you
a
turn it
typo.
off?
You could turn it off. That's why I'd rather have a typo than a word that was misrepresented because of autocorrect. And so I'll take the typo any day. I've noticed I've gotten a lot worse at typing on my iPhone. I used to be really fast, and now I'm frustratingly very slow, and I have more typos than usual. I don't know if the keyboard layout changed or what it is, but
No,
no, I don't know. Some of my fingers.
I don't think so.
I mean,
Four of us here with iPhones. Do you think? Does anyone else feel like their keyboard layout?
definitely
changed?
not. And also, I use iMessage on my Mac. I'm in front of this computer 14 of the 15 hours that I'm awake any day. So, typing it on my phone is so 2018, man.
2000 late.
Yeah.
All right, I get it.
Yeah.
Are you flicking anything today, Caelan?
No, I'm in the middle of shows right now, so I haven't completed anything.
I saw
He's
Onward.
mid-flick.
Mid-flick.
I did too.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was well done, but just because my dad died in August, so it was like, man, they were really.
Oh, that must have been a lot harder for you to go through.
Oh yeah, it was pretty rough.
Yeah.
But that was well done.
Yeah.
Where do you rank it in the pantheon of Pixar, Matt?
I mean, listen, I don't really have the same connection with the story. So, I mean, I thought it was fine, but it was far down the list for me personally.
I thought so too. Yeah, it was just like it was solid, but it didn't really hit it out of the park. I don't know if I'm desensitized to amazing Pixar movies now because of what I have seen. And
I think that's part of it. And
feet.
Also they can't all be the best. They just can't. They've had some incredible movies, but I don't know. I thought that one was fine.
I don't really like Tom Holland's voice.
Oh, that's who that was. I didn't even.
Oh, well, because I watched the Spider-Man stuff, and I know he's very young, and I think he's very talented, but his voice is like kind of whiny to me, and when he switches to American accent, like, oh, come on, no, I'm blue. Oh. So
I just felt like the Chris Pratt part was very obviously written for Jack Black. Like, it just seemed to me like that it was obviously Jack Black has not done a Pixar movie that I can think of, and it just seemed to me like, they wrote that part for him and he didn't want to do it, so they got Chris Pratt ? I don't know. It was okay. Yeah, it was okay. It was no Coco.
Couple of Avengers, might as well, right? Yeah, but I agree. It was a very Jack Blackish part. But, all right, yeah, and I haven't seen. I don't know. I gotta watch more movies. It's just like when I sit down, a movie still seems like a feat to me. I don't want to spend 2.5 hours watching a movie. But
Well, plus everything's so long now. I was looking at. I wanted to watch a movie last night before I finally settled on Angel Has Fallen, and I went to like go rent all the movies that I've missed because my child's been young, and everything's like 215 plus. Ford
Yeah.
versus Ferrari 215 plus. God, there was a few I looked at. They were all like 220, 225. The new Star Wars 230.
Invisible Man, 93 minutes.
That was a great sound effect.
Platform, 96 minutes.
Oh, that's right. The platform. I gotta watch that still.
Yeah.
We, as you guys know, we do the Netflix discs, and so we just watched. And I've seen it before, but I saw it one time when I was in high school. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? You guys ever see that before?
Matt called
Yes.
me 2000 late and then just said, as you all know, I got Netflix discs mailed to me. No, I haven't seen it. I hear it's great though, and a young
do
Leo.
yourself a flavor, and you can really use that because the word grape is part of the title. Do yourself a flavor. Rent that movie,
Okay.
or find it on
I'm
TV.
not gonna.
Yeah, I'm sure it's true.
Really? You've never seen it,
thanks,
Dawson?
though. Appreciate you looking out.
It's like a classic
sad.
American movie.
Yeah.
It
A
looks
hell of a
sad.
performance by Leo.
Yeah, Leo is
Unlike
that kid's gonna
ever
be a
seen-
star.
Well, he didn't go
That
full
kid's gonna be a
retard.
star.
Right.
And yes, that's correct. He does not do that, and he's legitimately phenomenal in
We
that
should
movie.
do.
Anyway,
we should
it's a
do
great
back
movie.
to
It's like a classic
back,
American
fucking
movie.
back to back. We'll watch. I Am Sam.
I Am Legend.
No,
I'm sorry, what?
We'll watch What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
just watched
we'll watch
that.
Mask.
Oh wow,
You know
that's
what I
quite
want
a
to do?
triple
What we
feature.
should do? We should host a Zoom movie night. We invite
We've
everybody
talked about this.
a Zoom room. They're like, no, our audience.
Mute them.
Mute
Are
them.
you not allowed to do that though, right? You're not allowed to like show a feature film to a bunch of people without permission.
Oh, but how do you stop? We can do it like we do base cable commentary. Just tell everyone to start watching the same movie on their TV screen.
Yeah.
Just count it down.
Press play at the same
Press play
time.
in 5, 4.
Oh, I see. I thought people were gonna join this Zoom meeting with us, which is why I
No,
was saying
we
mute
wouldn't be able to
everybody.
distribute a movie
Okay, that's why it didn't make sense.
unless we have commentary over it. I don't know. We'll get Garrigus to join us, and then we'll be safe.
Well, I feel like that would work for the most part.
Yeah. All these at least quarantine movie night with the Watercooler boys.
Yeah.
Who would
Well,
want
Like
maybe
that's-
we should do that instead of a second episode. Why don't we do a movie thing?
I don't know if I can really get away with a 2-hour.
No, Invisible Man, 93 minutes.
That reminds me of the time we all watched The Shining at me and Garrett's apartment.
Oh,
was a
That was a
great
little
night.
cool movie. Yeah, that was
That's a
fun.
good time.
That was
Can you
fun.
believe I watched that?
I'm very surprised. I think that's probably the last horror movie that you've ever watched.
You know, I didn't like this. Caelan likes to watch his movies in the complete dark.
Yeah.
Only the scary ones.
Mood. He really likes.
Are there any good scary movies out there right now? I watched that whole Marion season on
Invisible
Netflix.
Man.
Thanks,
That was great.
Matt. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was
But
great.
is there anything worth it right now?
It
Not
has
that I
to
know
be from the last couple of years specifically.
It follows. I saw that.
That's-
Oh, that's a good one. It Follows. Yeah. If you haven't seen that, that's actually
saw
pretty
that.
good. Oh,
I saw that.
Very appropriate for what's going on right now, and just see how
super creepy.
passed around.
You saw Hereditary when it came out, right, Dawson?
Yeah, I love that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that one was pretty
That
good.
one. That one's crazy.
But Marion certainly fucking changed the rules, dude.
Yeah, that was super entertaining.
They did some shit in that movie that was brand new.
Cabin
Have you-
in the Woods.
Wait until that person made the movie in English.
Have you watched The Haunting of Hill House?
No.
Yeah.
That's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty scary.
That's
the last
a
couple
series,
episodes aren't.
right?
Mhm. It's
Yeah,
like
it's a
Marion.
Netflix
It's like
series, yeah.
an 8-episode horror series.
Yeah, check
Okay,
that
was
I'll
out.
pretty
check
good.
that out.
Yeah.
Cool.
And actually, that reminds me too. That same guy who directed those if you saw a few years ago on Netflix, there was a Netflix only movie called Gerald's Game, which is based off of
Saw it,
Stephen
loved it.
King.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Read the
So if
book
you like
too.
that,
Yeah.
he made that for Netflix, and then the next year, rather than making a movie, he made this like 8-part series,
Okay.
Haunting a Hill House. It's
Also,
really good.
also one more under the radar movie, The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Saw it.
Oh, you said that. Okay.
It's all right.
Thought it was pretty good.
Zai.
All right.
It's all right.
Let's get our plugs in because we actually have to get out of here. We have a hard out, and we started late because Adam Carolla called me, and the call lasted longer than expected. So
I
let's.
really think we should have started recording and let people watch that.
Yeah, there was some good pod happening while you were on the phone.
All right, let's start with I don't know, Mr. Show and Tell over here, Caelan Biehn.
Don't worry about me on Call of Duty. I got some friends and I cut my playing time down. So I don't need any more friends anymore. But a big shout out to Kanar, fellow Bobo boy, who's been my my Warzone playing buddy. So I'll give him a shout out.
Caelan, why isn't your name Don't Worry About Me?
That's a great gamer name.
Why is it Sour Shoe 9767425?
I don't know.
You
Did you
should
get my
do a
friend
combo of
request, by the way?
both.
Don't worry about sour shoes.
Don't worry about me. 987226666, whatever you got to do.
A lot of
Yeah.
sixes, Matt. Very
It-
telling.
I feel like it's too late to change at this point.
Galen, did you get my friend request?
Which one? What's your gamer tag?
It's the same as my Twitter handle.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, I accepted all. I don't know. I'm not
Look
sure.
into it.
Okay.
I requested you on Saturday.
All right. And everybody follow Gary at G. Patrick Smith on as well.
I wasn't trying to be sly.
All right, Matt, where can we go for you?
You can follow me on Twitter at Matt Fondiler. And, we were making a lot of recommendations just now. So for my plug, I'm going to recommend a movie called The Kid Stays in the Picture. And if anybody out there listening to this has my DVD of it, let's say I loaned it to you. Let's say that I loaned it to you when Robert Evans died back in October. Let's say you've had the movie for like 6 months and, you've been in quarantine for several weeks now. If you're just sitting around or anything, you should probably watch that movie.
Safe and sound, cocksucker. You seen Hunter Killer yet? Have you? You seen Hunter Killer? You seen Geostorm? You seen any of the Gerard Butler assigned movies that I've given to you? No, then shut the fuck up.
Are those your personal copies of the movie, sir?
What do you need with a DVD right now? What year is it? Call Netflix. They'll send you a DVD.
Big G is a G. I like it.
Geek.
All right, Big G, where can we go for you?
Listen. You don't have to go anywhere. You can go to my Twitter and you can look at an article that I've tweeted out a few times yesterday, and I'll tweet it out again today. I'm probably going to tweet it out every day for the next few days. But Glenn Rockowitz at Just a Ride on Twitter wrote a very, very poignant article defending Dr. Drew. And so my plug is Dr. Drew. Just if you have a problem with Drew, okay, but don't waste your time tweeting to me about it. Drew is a good person who is trying his best. Was he perfect on the coronavirus thing? No, he was not, and he has admitted as much. But he is a good, kind-hearted person who is trying to do his best and is attempting to provide a public service to the world. And my Twitter's been a fun place ever since I tweeted out this article and weighed into the middle of this fight. And Chris, I'd like to compliment you on your tweet. I thought your tweet was very, very solid as well. It was a good story that I remember too, of Drew answering all kinds of questions after the first Dr. Drew podcast off the air, because that's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah.
But look, if you have a problem with Dr. Drew, that's certainly your right, but that kind of makes you a guy I can't hang with. So just, I don't know, lay off Dr. Drew and lay off his family.
Yeah, I agree. I'll piggyback on that and say, yeah, I love Dr. Drew, and in contrary to most people on the internet, I actually know him. So, and I know that he's a good person, and I've seen him on air, I've seen him off air, I've seen him, in front of the camera, behind the camera, whatever. I know who he is. I know him as a person, and he really is. His goal is to help. So, Yeah, there's nothing more than that. There's nothing hacky. There's nothing where he's starving for attention or anything like that. It's just the guy's trying to help in any way he can, and that's all I know. All right, Dawson, sup with you?
Yeah, I like what you guys said. And you can follow me on Twitter at Matt Fondiler. And if you follow me on Instagram, sometime tomorrow, I got one chapter left in this audiobook. And it's not one of those books that if you hear the last chapter, it's going to ruin it. So I'm going to read the last chapter live on Instagram. You can see how an audiobook is made or read. So hit me up there on Instagram. I don't know when I'll do it. I'll tweet about it first. But yeah, so if you want to see me read an audiobook, and people kind of dug it the last time I did it. So I got another audiobook coming, so I'll probably continue to do it, but that'll be on Instagram because their sync is better than Twitter.
Oh, all right. Follow him on Instagram to see his live audiobook readings. And yeah, what book is this again, Dawson?
This is Up on Game, When I Ruled the World. This one takes place in California State Prison in San Diego County, where Richard is the shot caller for his particular gang in prison. It's pretty hardcore.
He was also a baller.
20-inch rims.
There you go.
Impala.
All right, that'll do it for Watercooler. Thanks so much for listening, guys. We'll see you later this week.